This happened to a cousin of mine. Her name's Lisa, and she was once a happy, chirpy kid, just turning 6. I was 15 at that time, and man, did that change us forever. One day, a neighbor found an antique doll at a yard sale. At her birthday party, she handed it over to Lisa. It was a real throwback, like something from those old English Victorian houses you'd see in movies. Sure, it was a little worn out, but the craftsmanship, top notch. Lisa fell for that doll instantly. She'd carry it around, talking, laughing, even started having these tea parties with it. At first, it was cute, but after a month or so, it got strange. We'd find her in odd places, talking to this doll. Sometimes it'd be in a closet or an empty room, other times inside the basement, sitting alone in complete darkness. We thought kids and their imaginative friends, right? We shrugged it off. A couple of months in, Lisa's behavior began really changing. Even with the family, she exhibited decreased chattiness. Kinda distanced herself from her friends, too. Began focusing a lot more on her doll. We put it down to an awkward phase, figuring it was something she'd grow out of. But boy, were we wrong. The first incident that really startled us was when Lisa's younger brother, Jake, thought it'd be funny to hide her doll. Lisa went downright ballistic. She screamed like a banshee, even scratched Jake, clutching onto her doll once she found it. You'd think we stole her soul or something. That was the point we started getting worried. It only got worse. The doll seemed to appear in the weirdest locations. Once, I found it staring back at me from the toilet tank in the middle of the night. I tell ya, that nearly gave me a heart attack. Lisa claimed that the doll did not like being alone. She said it told her so. Look, I'm not superstitious, but this shook me up. Lisa started getting nightmares after that. She'd wake up screaming about how the doll didn't want her to sleep. She'd talk about a darkness it carried, and how the doll needed her to fight it off. We felt helpless and desperate. Bruises and scratches started showing on Lisa's arms and legs. She said it wasn't her doing. She said it was the doll trying to get inside her. I'd hear her at night, pleading for the doll to leave her alone. Hell, it was terrifying. Her mom and dad didn't know what to do but talk about it to their friends. This one guy, named Todd Matthews, used to be a paranormal investigator or something. Now, we were skeptical, sure, but we were ready to try anything at this point for Lisa's sake. So, we invited Todd. Todd examined the doll and, from the get-go, didn't like the vibe. After spending some time with Lisa and the doll, he said something about a malicious entity. Specifics. Hell, I don't remember. It was a lot of big words and terrifying implications. Essentially, he said that a demonic presence was tied to the doll, and it was after Lisa's soul. I tell ya, I didn't sleep for a week after that talk. He and his team started their work, setting up all this equipment in our house. Holy water, weird symbols, and good lord, so much salt. It was like a movie scene. Scoured the house for days, doing their rituals and so on. In the end, Todd managed to do something to the doll to, in his words, seal the malevolent entity inside. Seems to have worked, because Lisa's much better now. She doesn't scream at night. The doll's stowed away somewhere and caught dust. Lisa's been more like her old self, but she's different, haunted in a way. As for the rest of us, we're just trying to forget that the doll ever existed. It's funny, yeah. Here we've got so much technology science. Still, there are things we don't understand. All this, it was a stark reminder. This story is something I share hesitantly, because most people think we're nuts. But there you have it. It's a grim reality we've had to live with. To this day, I can't bear the sight of dolls. Just sends chills down my spine. But let it be a lesson. Before you worry about ghosts, think about the dolls.